Considering Biloxi, Mississippi as your next home, but uncertain what life will be like there? Have some doubts about what you'll find or the challenges that may await you? Stay tuned all the way through the end as I give you the honest feedback of life in Biloxi, Mississippi from an over 20-year resident of the Mississippi Gulf Coast and real estate broker. Welcome to Living in Biloxi. I'm Micah Tinkler, a licensed Mississippi real estate broker with over a decade of experience right here in Biloxi. I've helped everyone from young families buying their first home to retirees snagging their dream waterfront condo. And my mission is simple: to give you the unvarnished local truth. No glossy brochures, no sugarcoating, just the real pros, the real cons, and the critical considerations you need to weigh. In this video, we're going to do a deep dive into what it truly means to live in Biloxi. We'll unpack the undeniable allure, the affordability that will shock you, the natural beauty that will captivate you, and the community that will welcome you. But we're also going to look with clear eyes at the challenges, the weather realities, the economic nuances, and the aspects that might give you pause. This isn't a 5-minute overview. This is a comprehensive guide. By the end, you'll have a crystal clear picture of whether Biloxi could be the backdrop for your next chapter. So grab a notepad, get comfortable, and let's get started. All right, so why are we talking about Biloxi? In a world of remote work and reevaluated priorities, location has never been more critical. People aren't just moving for a job anymore, they're moving for a lifestyle. They're asking, where can my money go further? Where can I enjoy my days, not just endure them? Where can I find a sense of community? Biloxi sits at a fascinating crossroads, considering these questions in a way that few other places can. This isn't just another coastal town. Biloxi is a city with a deep, gritty soul. It's a place where centuries of history, from French colonization and the seafood industry to the transformative impact of Hurricane Katrina in 2005, have forged a community that is incredibly resilient, fiercely proud, and genuinely warm. It's a city that has rebuilt itself time and again, and that spirit is woven into the fabric of everyday life here. The importance of this topic can't be overstated. Relocating is one of the biggest financial and emotional decisions you'll ever make. Getting it wrong is costly, stressful, and disruptive. My goal today is to arm you with the kind of insights you'd only get from a local who's been in the trenches, who has walked through hundreds of homes with buyers, negotiated in a dynamic market, and understands the subtle differences between one neighborhood and the next. I'm not here to sell you on Biloxi. I'm here to inform you about Biloxi. Because the best decision, whether it's a yes or a no, is an educated one. I'm going to break this down into 4 core sections for you. First, we'll go into the allure, the affordability and coastal living, minus the crippling debt, the vibe, the community, the culture, the Biloxi way of life. We'll get into the foundation, economy, education, infrastructure, and the realities, navigating the challenges from weather to wages. So let's begin with the biggest draw for most people, your wallet. So let's get straight to the chase. For many, the dream of living near the water is killed by the reality of the price tag. You think of Naples, Florida, San Diego, California. Beautiful. Absolutely. Accessible for the average person? Not so much. Biloxi stands in stark contrast. It's one of the last remaining places where you can achieve a genuine coastal lifestyle without needing a CEO's salary. The numbers don't lie. The overall cost of living in Biloxi is about 18% below the national average. But let's get specific, because cost of living can feel abstract. Our housing market. This is where the difference is most dramatic. The median home price here hovers around $210,000. Let that sink in. The national median is pushing $420,000. I've had clients from Washington, D.C. or Boston sell a small townhome and come down here with plenty of cash for a beautiful 3-bed, 2-bath home, and still have a yard with enough room for a swimming pool and still have money left in the bank. You're getting significantly more for your house for your money. A budget of $350,000, which might get you a condo in many coastal cities, can get you a stunning home in Biloxi, potentially with water access or a private pool. Taxes. Mississippi offers a very favorable tax environment, especially for retirees. Our effective property tax rate is a mere 0.75%. On a $250,000 home, you're looking at around $1,875 annually. Compare that to states like New Jersey or Texas, where you could be paying triple that. We do have a graduated state income tax, but it tops out at 5%. And the Mississippi legislature has voted to take steps to phase out the Mississippi income tax. Retirement. This is a huge one. Mississippi does not tax Social Security benefits. Pensions and retirement account withdrawals also receive favorable treatment. For someone on a fixed income, this could be a game changer. Everyday expenses. Utilities, groceries, and healthcare all trend towards the national average. You can feel the difference at the grocery store and the gas pump. But affordability is empty if the quality of life isn't there. And in Biloxi, it's overflowing. The natural environment is your backyard. We're not just talking about a pretty beach, though we have 26 miles of gorgeous coastline. We're talking about the Mississippi Sound and the Barrier Islands. Just off our coast are the pristine, protected lands of the Gulf Islands National Seashore, places like Ship Island. These are your personal playgrounds for a day trip. You can kayak through calm bayous, or take a ferry out to the islands for a day of swimming in emerald water that feels like the Caribbean, or go sport fishing for redfish, speckled trout, and tarpon. Our climate. Forget shoveling snow. Our winters are mild, with temperatures typically in the 50s. We enjoy over 215 sunny days a year. Yes, the summers are hot and humid. We'll get to that. But those Gulf breezes make a world of difference. It's a climate that encourages you to be outside year-round. And in all honesty, when I first moved to Mississippi, I would walk outside 5:30 in the morning. The sun's not even up yet, and I'm breaking a sweat before I walk to my vehicle. After about 3 years, I'm doing a push mow through the yard in the middle of August in the middle of the afternoon. Doesn't even affect me. Golf is a major pastime here, with world-class courses like the Preserve and Fallen Oak. Boating culture is huge. It's not uncommon for my clients to prioritize a property with a boat slip or space for an RV for weekend getaways. So you can afford a beautiful home and afford to enjoy your life. That's the Biloxi value proposition in a nutshell. Now let's talk a little bit about the vibe, right? The community culture and the Biloxi way of life. Money matters, but it's the people and the culture that make a place a home. Biloxi has a soul that's a unique blend of Southern charm, coastal resilience, and a celebratory spirit. First, the community itself. With a median age of around 36, it's a mix of young families, military personnel from Keesler Air Force Base, and retirees. There's an energy here that's both vibrant and laid back. The pace of life is a bit slower. People wave to each other. They chat in line at the grocery store. They look out for one another. It's a genuine sense of neighborliness that can be hard to find in bigger cities. The cultural fabric is rich and diverse. Biloxi has a significant Vietnamese community, a deep-rooted African-American heritage, and historical French influences. This diversity is reflected in our city, from the Catholic churches to the Buddhist temples, and most deliciously, in our food. Speaking of food, let's talk about it. Biloxi is famously the seafood capital of the world. We harvest 69% of the nation's shrimp. You haven't lived until you've had fresh Gulf shrimp right off the boat, boiled, fried, or in a gumbo. Okra included or not. I prefer mine without. Our culinary scene. It ranges from legendary white tablecloth institutions like Mary Mahoney's Old French House, steeped in history, to no friends legendary po' boy shops like La Bakerie for a Vietnamese-style po' boy, to an incredible fried shrimp at McElroy's Harbor House, where you eat right over the water. Food is a central part of our social life here. The 12 major casinos, like the Beau Rivage and the Hard Rock, are more than just gambling. They are entertainment complexes with top-tier concerts, Broadway shows, luxury spas, and fine dining. But the real heart of our entertainment is in our festivals. Cruising the Coast. This is the nation's largest block party for classic coasts. For a week in October, the coast is transformed into a rolling car show. Mardi Gras. New Orleans gets all the press. The Mississippi Gulf Coast has a massive family-friendly Mardi Gras celebration with parades and balls. The Biloxi Blessing of the Fleet. A beautiful tradition where the shrimp fleet is blessed for a safe and bountiful season. And then there is Black Spring Break, a massive culturally significant event that draws crowds and brings its own unique energy. We cherish our past. The Biloxi Lighthouse, built in 1848, stands as a resilient symbol of our city, right in the middle of Highway 90. The Orr O'Keefe Museum of Art, with its stunning Frank Gehry designed buildings, celebrates the Mad Potter of Biloxi. The Maritime and Seafood Industry Museum tells the story of the people who built the city. Life here has a rhythm dictated by the water, the seasons, and the festivals. It's a life filled with flavor, music, and a deep sense of place. Now, let's get down to some brass tacks. The economy, our education system, and the infrastructure. A great lifestyle needs a solid foundation. So, the economic engine. Biloxi's economy is a three-legged stool of tourism, the military, and healthcare. Keesler Air Force Base is one of the largest employers on the coast. It provides immense stability and brings a constant influx of skilled, diverse personnel to our community. The casinos and hospitality sector employs thousands. While these can be subject to seasonal fluctuations, they provide a wide range of jobs from entry level all the way up to executive management. Healthcare is a growing sector, with several major hospital systems like Memorial Hospital and Singing River Health Systems. There's a projected 20% growth in healthcare support roles. Reality check. Our median household income is around $51,000 a year, which is below the national average. This is the trade-off for the lower cost of living. If you are moving here with a remote job that pays a national level salary, you are just in an incredible position. If you're looking to find a job locally, you need to be a little bit more strategic. The high-paying corporate jobs are fewer than in a major metro. The opportunities are strongest in healthcare, the skilled trades, and management within the tourism sector. Let's talk education. The Biloxi Public School District is generally well regarded, particularly compared to other districts in the state. They offer robust advanced placement programs, career and technical education, and strong arts and athletics. Parents are involved, and there's a sense of community around the schools. We have excellent local options for higher education, including the University of Southern Mississippi Gulf Park campus in nearby Long Beach, and the Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, which provides fantastic vocational and transfer programs. We are a car-dependent city, but let me be blunt, you will need a reliable vehicle. Our public transportation system is limited. There is no passenger rail service, which has just kind of changed with the twice daily train that goes from Mobile, Alabama to New Orleans, Louisiana, stopping off in Pascagoula, Biloxi, Gulfport, and Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. However, that's just twice a day. We'll see how that develops. On the upside, traffic is almost non-existent compared to most major metro areas. The average commute is a blissful 19 minutes. The main artery, I-10, is easily accessible, and the Gulfport Biloxi International Airport offers direct flights to major hubs like Atlanta, Dallas, and Charlotte. The foundation is solid for a certain lifestyle. It's perfect for the remote worker, the retiree, the healthcare professional, or the service industry entrepreneur. It requires more planning for the corporate climber, but the opportunities are there for those who are connected and persistent. Now, let's talk a little bit about some of the challenges. The part that every responsible buyer needs to hear, all right? Ignoring these factors is going to be a recipe for regret. Biloxi is a fantastic place. However, it is not for everybody, and that's okay. Elephant in the room, the weather. We live in Hurricane Alley. Hurricane season is June 1st to November 30th. It is a real annual part of life. Everyone here has a story about Hurricane Camille or Katrina or even Zeta. This is not something to be romanticized. It means having a plan, an evacuation route, a supply kit, and the right insurance. The community is resilient and the rebuilding efforts are swift, but the emotional and financial stress of a direct hit by a hurricane is significant. Summers are hot and very humid. If you dislike muggy weather, this will be a struggle from June through September. We also get a lot of rain, over 65 inches a year, which contributes to flooding. Many areas are in flood zones. When you buy a home, this is not an optional part of your due diligence. You must review the FEMA flood maps. I require all of my clients to do this. Elevation standards for new construction are strict, and flood insurance is a mandatory additional cost in designated areas. I believe in being transparent with data. The crime rate in Biloxi is higher than the national average. The property crime rate is a particular concern. These statistics are often concentrated in specific areas and are linked to broader issues of poverty that can be exacerbated by the seasonal nature of tourism work. Biloxi is a city of neighborhoods. There are incredibly safe, family-friendly, and quiet communities like East Biloxi, East Beach, Wool Market, and Eagle Point that have crime rates well below the city average. You cannot paint the entire city with one brush. Doing your research on the specific neighborhood, especially with a local realtor like myself who knows the streets, is absolutely critical. If you thrive on the constant energy of a metropolis with 24-hour public transit, a dizzying array of international cuisine, and major league sports, Biloxi will feel small. We are a small city. Our amenities are fantastic for our size, but they have their limits. You have to be content with a quieter, more relaxed way of life. The trade-off is less stress and more time, but it's a real cultural adjustment for some. So, where does that leave us? Brief recap. Biloxi offers an incredible, rare combination of sun-soaked coastal living and profound affordability. It's a place where you can own a home, breathe clean air, enjoy world-class seafood, and be part of a tight-knit, resilient community that knows how to celebrate life. The value for your money is almost unparalleled for a coastal city in the United States. However, you must go in with your eyes wide open. You must respect the power of nature, from hurricanes to humidity. You must understand the economic landscape and have a plan for employment. You must be strategic about neighborhood choice and be prepared for the realities of flood insurance and car dependency. Biloxi isn't a flawless paradise. It's a real working-class city with a beautiful face and a resilient but sometimes complicated heart. It's perfect for the retiree seeking a tax-friendly haven, the remote worker seeking to trade a cubicle for a view of the water, or the family looking for a slower pace and a strong sense of community. It might not be the right fit for someone who needs a fast-paced urban environment, or is terrified of hurricane season, or is seeking a high-paying corporate career path without a prearranged remote position. The decision is yours, but you don't have to make it alone. If you're intrigued and want to explore what this could look like for you and your family, I'm here to be your local guide. My team and I at Double Win Realty live and breathe this market. We can provide you with specific details as well as priority access to all the homes that match your criteria that are available from all real estate companies on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, including foreclosures, bank-owned properties, and distressed homes, plus access to off-market and unlisted homes that you may not find online. And of course, the home that we help you find is backed by our love it or leave it guarantee. If you fail to love the home we helped you find within 18 months, we will resell it for free, subject to terms and conditions. Your new chapter on the Gulf Coast is waiting to be written. Let's start the conversation. Visit my website at doublewinrealty.net for more resources and to see current listings, or pick up the phone and call me directly at 601-688-4516. I answer my own phone, and I'd be happy to answer your question. Also, you could book your free zero obligation real estate consultation via Zoom at doublewinrealty.net/contact. I'll have the link down below. If you found this honest breakdown helpful, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. That really helps me to reach more people like you who are dreaming of a better life. Thank you for spending your time with me. My name is Micah Tinkler, and from all of us here on the beautiful Mississippi Gulf Coast, we look forward to welcoming you home.